piece for sure, David. Thank you. Our great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball-handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, at the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Murray against Westbrook. And it's sent back by Jokic. They retain possession. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
And they'll keep possession. Houston moving it around. Pass to Harden. Here's the 3. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook.
And, you know, Harden is super reliable from outside the arc. He's got that sweet lefty stroke, and it's a thing of beauty to watch.
Now here is Harris. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Jokic. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Capella.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
And the 3 ball is good.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off, timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
Murray with the bounce pass. They get a hand on it. And they get it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Russell Westbrook. Well, Clark, one thing you have to respect about Jamal Murray is how intense of a competitor he is.
And you can't substitute competitive spirit, Kevin. It's a great attribute to have, and you see that in how he's improved his game year to year. I mean, he loves being in the spotlight, going up against the game's big-name guards, and he doesn't shy away at all. That's a credit to him.
Free throw good, Murray.
You know, you look at Jamal Murray, and this guy just seems to be a natural scorer. Has no problem scoring the basketball from anywhere and all angles. Has tremendous confidence at the offensive end. And, guys, I think he's just scratching the surface.
Both good from the line that time. And with the way Murray scores, Clark, he's a great fit for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin, because the team has plenty of playmakers and guys like Jokic, and that takes some of the playmaking pressure away from Murray. It allows Murray to simply just focus on what he does best, which is put the ball in the basket.
Here is House. An 11-point game for him in the win against Portland.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here's Jokic. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Murray kicks to Harris. Over Harden. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
All the credit belongs to Harris there. I mean, he's so good at maintaining his concentration level, even when the defense is on it.
Down low, and the dunk by Capella.
He's a high percentage scorer for a reason now. Capella, an alley-oop specialist.
Barton outside. Murray against Westbrook. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Martin left side. On the wing, Harris. Shoots the 3. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. But they recover it. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Westbrook. He had 28 points in the win against Portland. Moves back up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
First free throw is good. Mark, just a minute ago, you and I were talking about the challenges these players face early on in a new season.
Yeah, you know, timing is usually not quite 100%. Chemistry continues to be something you're trying to work out. Usually you're pretty healthy in the early part of the season, but as the season goes on now, you've got familiarity and comfort with each other, but sometimes the injuries pile up.
And Clark, establishing those routines you'll use throughout the regular year, correct?
That's important because it is a long season, as you well know.
Now, here's Jokic. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Millsap left side. On the wing, Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston leading by 7. Harden outside. Pass to Capella. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 6 points for Clint Capella.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Capella. Harden against Barton. It's tipped, and he recovers it. Rockets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Free throw drops for House.
Well, it's no secret that the Rockets are looking to take threes as often as possible. Over 45 a game last year.
Well, you think about the Rockets, and clearly they're the forerunners of the analytics application in how they play. Well over half their shots last season from three-point range. Broke their own record last year in three-point attempts. And, you know, despite the bittersweet ending for the Nuggets, what a great year that team had. Won their division and finished second in the West. Outstanding season that had them falling out in the second round. But nonetheless, kudos to the Nuggets.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Westbrook, here we go. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now here's Barton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 5 on the clock. And it's Jokic missing. Hey, Clark, and with the Nuggets, what a series it was against the Blazers.
And, you know, arguably, guys, I think the most exciting series of the postseason, a Game 7 and a 4 overtime game. I remember staying up. I couldn't believe that I continued to stay up for that game. It was just that good, even though the hour was late in the East. I think the Nuggets can keep their heads up high, and they're going to be a factor in the West going forward.
Murray, good.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Harris against Harden. Out to the right wing. For three, Westbrook. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Now, here's Jokic. Westbrook pulls it in. Fires for three. And it's Denver with the rebound. Barton right side. Pass to Murray. Harris outside. 11 feet away. And that one hits back iron. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They lead by 11. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. Two top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Houston also making some changes. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Capella. Cephalosha comes in for Danuel House. And McLemore subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Plumlee. 9-point game his last outing. Lets a floater go. And there's the play by Morris inside.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
There's the pass to Cephalosha. To the inside. That's tipped. Plumlee with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Beasley with a clean look. And again, it's Denver.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Westbrook scanning the floor. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Morris into the lane. And he banks in the layup. Morris has got his second bucket of the night. Houston leading by 7. Outside Westbrook. They get the rebound. Chandler. And the dunk by Chandler.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Here's Grant. The Rockets making the shot. Craig can't get it to go.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Westbrook, nice spin off the left rim and in. And it's an 11-point Rocket lead.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Well, guys, nobody's boxing out. I mean, I could go out there and get an offensive rebound. They're just watching. And if you're the coaching staff, that's unacceptable.
Now here's Beasley, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Morris for 3. That shot missing, so Houston will take it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
And Denver has possession after Westbrook's missed 3. Here's Craig, guarded by McLemore from 20 feet out. Craig can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. And, you know, you look at Monte Morris, this former Iowa State Cyclone, really an ideal option as a backup point guard because he's efficient and gets a lot done in limited playing time.
Free throw good from Morris. And Morris Clark, a second-round pick in 2017. He came alive in his sophomore season.
I love the fact that he got his chance and he made the most of it, Kevin. He showed great poise and awareness, excellent in terms of his shot selection, and was highly productive as a scorer and playmaker off the bench.
And Morris drops them both. Rockets leading by 11. There's 1:54 left to play here in the first. Sefolosha dishes to Chandler. 5 to shoot. From deep, McLemore off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Now, here is Morris. His last outing, he had 8 points. And stolen by Sefolosha. The dish to Rivers. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Now, here's Grant. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Here's Morris. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Morris has got 8.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
McLemore, the pass to Sefolosha. There's 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. He feeds it to Chandler. He kicks it to McLemore. Lets the 3 fly. But they'll get another chance. Here's Rivers. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. And we'll be right back after this. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse franchises, and he talks about seizing the moment.
This time isn't going to last long. You know, we have a window. It goes by extremely fast. I cherish these moments. You know, I embrace them.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, it's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. Plumlee out there with Grant. And it's Craig in at the 3. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Chandler's got his second bucket tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 8.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Man, what a season it was for the Nuggets and Coach Mike Malone. He helped the Nuggets move into elite status in the West. You know, they went from out of the playoffs in 2018 to second in the West in 2019.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Will it go? Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And Clark, the media recognizing Malone by naming him a Coach of the Year finalist.
Well, you think about the way the Nuggets defense improved last year. It's testimony to Mike Malone and his attention to detail, particularly at the defensive end. The roster's all in on Malone as their leader, and that means the Nuggets are going to be a force for a while.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic, he's checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Grant. Barton's checked in for Torrey Craig. And Murray's subbed in for Malik Beasley. Clark, a lot of young players in this NBA becoming top 10 players as they mature. Who are some of the guys you spot that are really going to make a mark?
Well, they've already made a mark, and you anticipate it'll continue to be that way. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. I like Jaylen Brown in Boston, as well as Jason Tatum there. And clearly Zion Williamson has a chance to be really special.
Now, here is Morris. Harden missing his last shot. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Here's where Denver stands in the NBA statistics as we get started this season.
They don't make many mistakes. I just love the mental toughness. You saw third fewest turnovers per game. Great decision-making is so valuable, particularly down the stretch. Definitely a notch in their favor.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Harris is checked in. Now here's Rivers. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Harris passes to Murray. Tipped away. Stolen by Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got 8.
And, you know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Now here's Murray. Denver passing it around from 11 feet away and too long on the shot. Rockets leading by 20. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Rivers against Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the elbow. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And for so many things that the Rockets do right, one area they can lapse in is rebounding.
Yeah, and a big part of that, I think, is they play a lot of small ball. And the defense is decent, but the rebounding suffers when they go small. They were bottom 3 in the league last year in rebounding.
First one falls for him.
And, you know, early on, Murray has proven to be an impressive scorer. Now he just needs to improve as a passer and defender.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are, a lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Pass to Jokic. Dishes to Barton. Now Murray. Passes it to Jokic. And Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Harden against Barton. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Now here is Harris. 5 points in the game. And here's Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Rivers with it. Six on the shot clock. From about 19 feet. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Barton passes to Millsap. Outside for Murray. Offline with his 3. And here's Houston. They're on a 13-5 run. House the pass to Harden. Harden draws the double. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Gary Harris.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
Throw good, James Harden. And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying, most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Here's Jokic. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Barton passes to Murray. Sinks the three-pointer. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
And here is Murray following Russell Westbrook's 3. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Nuggets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. Mark, we're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on that?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Here is House, the three ball, and another three for Houston.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Now here's Murray. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Pass to Jokic. Poked away. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Houston making a switch here. McLemore is checked in.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers. He's averaging 15 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Now Harden, following the miss by Paul Millsap from deep. It's good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Barton outside. Now the pass to Millsap. Harris with it. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Jokic has got his first points of the night.
Jokic doing a nice job getting right to the spot and capitalizing, taking advantage of the high percentage shots.
Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Murray. Capella. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
On the wing, Harris, guarded by Harden. Harris passes to Millsap. Over House. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Houston's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. And the jam by Harden.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional, Kevin, at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And mistakes, guys, this quarter have translated to 9 points at the other end.
Sloppy play really costing them, Greg. Much of their problems have been self-induced.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Grant, he's checked in for Jokic. Torrey Craig comes in for Will Barton. And it's Malik Beasley in for Harris. And a switch here also for Houston. Tucker's checked in.
Capella's so good at finishing around the rim, showing you right there. Great explosiveness inside.
Pass to Millsap. Over Westbrook. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Houston's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Westbrook's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Millsap kicks to Craig. Millsap against Capella. And Capella sends it back. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. A different look for Denver. Plumlee comes in for Paul Millsap. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for the Rockets. .144 left in the first half. Just 2 to shoot. It's blocked.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach, though, and times it perfectly.
Beasley against Harden. Over Beasley. Harden, no good. Denver shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today.
Well, the Nuggets were a surprise team to many last year, but they look poised to be good for a long time.
I could not agree with you more. They were the youngest team in the Western Conference, guys, in terms of the playoffs, and they've got a solid salary cap situation. This could be the start of a golden age for the Nuggets, pun intended.
Here's Morris. James Harden picking up that last basket. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. For 3, Westbrook. And it's Denver with the rebound. Beasley dishes to Morris. 32 seconds left to play in the first half. To the paint, here's Tucker, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Yeah, you know, Tucker's a little undersized, but he makes up for it with leaping ability and reach.
Morris against Westbrook. 12 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now Morris. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Houston on top, delivering the blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Mike Malone. Things got away from you guys in the first half. What happened out there?
Transition baskets, offensive rebounds, 2 of the areas that we knew coming into this game that we had to control. There's no sense of urgency right now. We're just shooting the ball. We're waiting to get back, and they're getting easy runouts.
A lot to clean up, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 18 points, 2 steals, and 4 assists. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
They had a tremendous first half from the three-point line. Their shot selection was pretty sound, considering how many threes they took. And the confidence of the shooters, now that's outstanding.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Jokic. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And for that game against the Kings, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team. And a moment here to check out the stats for Westbrook. 7th in steals, 14th in assists, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. And that one misses.
And, well, whatever your feelings may be on the Rockets, you can't deny their offense works.
Yeah, it does work, really. I mean, I agree with you. 2nd in offensive rating last year, 4th in effective field goal percentage. This team knows how to produce points and be efficient in doing so, and they stay with their approach. They don't let teams take them off their game plan.
And he's good on the second. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Here's Westbrook. Following the score by Jamal Murray. Wasted no time on that one. 21 points for Russell Westbrook.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
3-pointer, Martin. The Rockets pull it in. Harden's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Yep, it counts. And that's 23 points for Russell Westbrook.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. To the middle, here's Tucker, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
Now here's Murray. He's got 12. Hits it from 3-point range. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here's Westbrook, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. And, you know, a big strength of the Nuggets is their depth. They can get points from all 5 positions easily. Had 7 double-digit scores last year. You don't see that often at any level of basketball.
Now here's Murray. 15 points in the game. Stolen by Harden. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The 3. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Harris. And with the depth of the Nuggets, Clark, there was always someone stepping up.
Well, you know, that was the case game to game as well as after the injuries they had. Having a deep bench helps tremendously in the regular season. And, you know, you can weather the storm with those injuries like the Nuggets did and still win your division. Very impressive.
And he knocks down the first one. And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. And he's a high-quality performer. Well, you know, last season for the Rockets, not as strong as the season prior. 53 wins and 4th seed compared to 65 wins and the #1 seed in 2018. Still face the same fate in the playoffs, though. Not able to overcome the Warriors.
Now here's Barton, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Here's Murray. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Harden's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The wing jumper off target. Clark, for the Rockets, that was the 4th time in the last 5 years they've lost to the Warriors in the playoffs.
And it's easy to see why this team has become a bit obsessed with beating the Warriors. They've been unable to do it in 4 or 5 meetings. Team is still in a good spot to compete. I think they just need to tweak just a touch to maybe get over the hump.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Why don't we now look at the league's highest scoring teams? The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Rockets, #1.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
Now, here's Millsap. He's got 5, 6 to shoot. Barton in the corner. The tray drains the three-pointer. Barton's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's obvious that Barton's jump shot has come a long way. Right now, he's pretty solid at catching and shooting.
Rivers finds Harden. No good that time. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Harris passes to Murray. And the foul on Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for P.J. Tucker. Jokic inside. Capella's there. Jokic kicks to Barton. Clock at 6. It's blocked, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Here's Jokic. They get it back, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Rivers with it. Now defended by Jokic. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon, Clark, off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for his shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Murray finds Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Now here's Harden. 18 points for him. And it's sent back by Millsap. And they're able to recover. And that one's good. House.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
And Denver has possession, following the score by Houston. Millsap in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Cephalosha's shot is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Cephalosha. That's his first foul. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Gary Harris.
Get open, get open.
Now here's Millsap. Not a lot of room. Looking to end the run. Murray, no good. And here's Cephalosha. He brings it up for Houston. Passes it to Harden. The 3. The shot that time, not on target. And Denver the other way now.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Craig passes to Millsap. Over Rivers. On the mark with the 15-footer. Millsap's got his 3rd basket of the night.
It's good to see Millsap rise up from mid-range because he's pretty proficient from there.
Rivers passes to Cephalosha. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Goodness. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Rivers against Murray. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Murray. Millsap's got 4 points now in the quarter. Houston's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And Harden with the stuff.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him, and he's right most of the time.
Now here's Murray. 15 points in the game. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good on the triple. Jokic has got 7 points.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
And for Houston, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely. Rivers against Murray. Rivers can't get it to go.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And the rejection by Harden. Cephalosha against Barton. Harden the pass to Cephalosha. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets have gone 8 of 16 in the 3rd quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Murray left side. Barton outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 7th assist in the game.
After a bunch of hard work, Barton has become a decent threat from deep. Got to watch out for him now.
Rivers, here's House. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Now, let's take a quick look at the numbers for Murray. Averaging about 19 points, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap.
He misses the free throw.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Now, here is Morris. He's got 13. Chandler with the defensive effort. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Here's Beasley. James Harden picking up that last basket. Morris looking over the floor. The shot off that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Harden, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Feeds to Grant. Chandler with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Rivers finds Harden. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
First free throw is good.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Westbrook comes in for Austin Rivers. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. Pass to Craig. It's stolen by McLemore. For the finish, and the dunk by McLemore.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 13. Here's Plumlee. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 26.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now, here is Morris. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Westbrook leading the charge.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Grant at the elbow. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Craig can't get it to go.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
I like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And with the free throw percentage hovering around 70, he knows he has to bring that up.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
And finished off by Westbrook.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
And so it's Houston with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. It's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Hernangomez in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Russell Westbrook.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
Two shot.
Free throw good, Porter. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Westbrook against Morris. Plumlee with the steal. Morris outside. Beasley kicks to Morris. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernangomez. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And Porter, here we go. The feed now to Plumlee. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
One shot. One shot.
The free throw off from Plumlee. And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
Morris outside. Can't hit from in close. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Clemens guarded by Porter. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic.
Wow.
Because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. The pass to Porter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Kicks it out to Beasley. 4 on the shot clock. The 3 from Morris buries it from three-point range.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Here's Hartenstein, covered by Morris. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Denver. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media. So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Pass to Porter. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep 3 at the top and on the wing, and then you've got a little shorter 3 if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that 3 more in line or symmetrical with the deep 3 at the top. I kind of like having a short corner 3.
I agree with you. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Clark, the pass to Clemens. Shot clock at 5. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
Passes it to Porter. Oh, that's blocked. Pass to Vanderbilt. From past the arc. And again, Denver with the triple.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
And there's the pass to Hartenstein. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That free throw missing. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
Beasley against Frazier. It's Beasley on the wing. Here's Porter. It's rebounded by Houston. Frazier scanning the floor. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Pass to Porter. Picked away. Clemens covered by Morris. It's deflected. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Drops in the breakaway layup. Morris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Now here is Cephalosha. Passes it to Clemens. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here's Vanderbilt, and he goes in for the dunk.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Now, here is Morris. Defense is right there. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first one falls. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Rockets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Hartenstein. Houston moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Here's Hernangomez. It's deflected. Frazier outside. The pass to Clemens. Kicks to Cephalosha. The steal. Left side, Porter. Plays it up and banks it in. Porter's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Now the dish to Cephalosha. Five on the clock. From the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here is Porter. Morris outside. Kicks it out to Beasley. Hernangomez trying to break free. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 3rd assist on the night. Clemens, guarded by Porter. Knocked away. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Pulls up for 3. Drops in the tray. Porter's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Nuggets.
And that's back-to-back 3s. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Houston needs to get a shot off. Hartenstein. Yep, that one goes in there.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Pass to Porter. Passes to Vanderbilt. He kicks to Beasley. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. The Rockets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Excellent D there from Beasley. Denver's gone to 3-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Morris, no good.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Clemens, covered by Morris, and it's denied. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Pass to Cephalosha. Back to Frazier. Just 5 to shoot. And the pass to Clemens. Oh, good with the triple. The Nuggets shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. And a wide open look for Porter. And another miss by Denver. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Clement, covered by Morris. Kicks it to Frazier. Pass to Hartenstein. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. 6 to shoot. To stop the drought. Off the left rim and out. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Houston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And guys, when you're going head-to-head against someone 4 times over the course of a season, it's a great feeling to snatch that first one. Good in-game adjustments tonight against the Nuggets.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Russell Westbrook.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And so he makes both from the line. Denver's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Morris. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Clemens covered by Morris. And it goes down 2 points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Porter kicks to Hernan Gomez. Morris with the bucket.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.